Hello, my name is Michael Evans, and this is Cards and Boards. So today I'm going to be unboxing the game Dungeon Alliance. Now, I backed this on Kickstarter. When I first seen the name Dungeon Alliance, I'm like, no, I'm not going to back that. That sounds like that's an awful name for a game. No. Then I actually got looking into it. It's a deck building dungeon crawl with miniatures and tile laying dungeon crawl, which means you're building your dungeon as you're going along. I'm like, oh my god, that's everything I wanted in a game. I love the tile building dungeon crawls. I love miniatures, and I love deck building. This is exactly the game I wanted. Of course, I backed it, and I'm really excited to see what it's going to be like. I've been reading the rules, some of the rules and stuff. I'm really excited about this game. This game looks amazing. Of course, you got the rule book. You have rules supplements. This gives the rules for playing the game and such. This gives like for a basic game without using everything you have, so you can learn how to play it before you actually start trying. It gives strategy. It's also some strategies for once you get going playing the real game, and it also has rules for the first expansion. Now, so I've got a little bit of everything in here. The game has several tiles. Building. This is for building borders, and they got like challenges and the trapper treasures and like poison counters and other such things. And you got the monsters. The monsters are these tiles. There's also cards that give all the information about the tiles. They got monster tiles that tell where they are. And they got the activation tokens and some more activation tokens. Oops. They got the actual dungeon tiles. Now there's the levels 1 to 3, so they got the levels here, and it shows what monsters will go on them. And again, for building the frames and monster tokens and XP tokens. So basically, this is how much XP you get, and you can spend them to buy more cards, and then you flip them over so you can still count them at the end of the game, but you can't buy anything with them again because they're used. More room tiles. The doorways. So when you're connecting rooms, you connect the doorways with these things. You put these things across to show that there's a doorway there. And more rooms and more monsters, more XP. I say the art looks really good. I really like the art on this. I think that's the first player token. And then they got the draft bonus and telling you how much, like I say, you put your hit your marker here, and depending on how many you've drafted, tells you how many you can have in your hands and stuff. A lot of extra bags, which is good. Now, I was supposed to get this in September. They were holding out for wooden pieces because apparently there was a shortage of wood in China. This is not the first game I've had that's had a problem. Like, they couldn't get the stuff in because of the shortage of wood in China. I still have games waiting to that I've backed that are supposed to be have both have gotten several months ago that I still can't get because of the wooden because of lack of wood there. But these tiles, they're damaged tiles. These are the reason that I had to wait so long in order to get this game. But there's 10 of each color. These are for damage. You put them underneath the monster tiles in order to show how much damage a person gets, because you get XP depending on how much damage you do to the monsters. And these are just card dividers. So you can divide different types of cards. In here. Oh yes, the dungeon dice. Because there's a couple of things that need the dice. It's got 0, 0, 1, 1, 2, and 3. Those are the sides of this dice. Now, here are the cards. In this tray, apparently it's just here to keep the cards from bashing around and getting damaged. Very nice. Technically, if you want to, you can get rid of this tray. And you can stack the cards up in here. This has got these things that you can fold up and put in here as dividers as well, and just to divide. And nice, good quality cards too. But you have the little cheat sheets. Now they have a solo and cooperative version, which require special cards. So I'm going to just show you a couple of these. I'm not going to go through every card in this one. There's Quest, because the solo mode, that basically what it was, the original solo mode was supposed to be you go through the dungeon and see how many points you get, and you're trying to beat your old score. A lot of people complain, they say they want something like a win-lose situation, so they got quest cards. So this is some of the quests. They have boss cards. They have 4 different boss sets of cards. This is Cutthroat the Lich. The Goblin King. Okay. Even if there's no references to David Bowie, still cool. I believe these are all starting cards, because normally they have the XP up here, how much XP it costs to buy them. You get XP by killing the monsters. If more than one person kills a monster, if more than one team kills a monster, because you're playing, when you're controlling a group of 4 characters each. So if 2 groups, if like say my group of characters went and attacked a creature, then Richard Hovey's group of characters went and finished it off, we both share in the loot. The person who did the most damage would get the higher amount of the experience, but both sides get experience. Another package of cards. It's got a couple more cheat sheets. There's level 1, 2, 3 draft cards. Basically enhancement cards that you can buy. Like say they'll have the experience up here. So it'll have the level down here, artwork. It will have like races or classes that can use them here, and then we'll tell you what they do here. I love everything about this game. I love the art. I love the miniatures, which we'll get to. I love the system that it uses. Everything except the name. I Dungeon Alliance. Like I say, I still have a hard time getting past that, but I'm really looking forward to playing this game still. Here's encounter cards. See, you don't really deal these out. These are the various monsters. They give all the information that you need to know, the special attacks about them. Everything you need is here. Even has like what levels they are and stuff like that. See, if you're the only one that attacks them, this is the experience you gain from them. If you're the only one that attacks and kills them, you get that combined. Otherwise, the person who has the most damage gets the larger number. The person who did the least amount of damage gets the lower number. Then you use that XP to buy the cards. And certain cards can be used by certain types of characters, so you have to be careful what you're buying. These are things to keep in mind when you're building your Dungeon Alliance, when you're choosing your characters. Some more upgrade cards. Again, I'll just go through a few of them. And we have the hero cards. This is the one that gives all your heroes' stats. It has the race. It will have two class symbols here. Some will be like this one's the same, so it's a pure thing. So if an upgrade card comes with two of these symbols on the side, he could use it, but someone who only had one couldn't. But if an upgrade card only had one of these symbols, he could use it, and so could someone who only had one of them. Down here is the attack, and it's a sword. It's melee. If it's bow, is ranged. This is defense or dodge. In his case, it'd be defense. This is speed. The blue is speed, and the yellow is. Oh, it's not coming to me off the top of my head. I can't think of it off the top of my head now. And then any information about all the rest of the information about them. Now, I believe the numbers down here is for playing the basic game, which is taking some of the rules out, making it simplifying it, so it helps you choose rather than choosing your heroes. They have them grouped together, and then they have the starting cards, which are connected to those numbers too, I believe. I can't remember for sure, but I think that's how it works. That's what those numbers down there are for. But like I say, it's a 4-player game that can use you can use up to 4 characters. So there can be 16 characters on the board at a time. There are 17 characters to choose from. So there's going to be at least one left out, but that's the way it goes sometimes. gonna keep this here for now at least. Okay. Next we have the miniatures. Here are some of the miniatures from the base game. Here are the rest of the miniatures from the base game. Also, there are clips for the bottom of it. Like if you play Cool Mini or Not games, or if you play like Arcadia Quest, Roman Bones, or Blood Rage, they have the same sort of thing. You clip them on the bottom, so basically you can see who's are yours at just a quick glance. That is the base game for Dungeon Alliance. Now, for anyone who backed Dungeon Alliance, they also got an expansion for free. It's going to be available. It's going to be available retail later. Now, when it becomes available, it's going to have a lot nicer artwork, and it's going to have rule book. The rules, the basic rules are, I think, in the rules list are in here. They're also online as a PDF. I think when this actually comes out as an expansion, there'll actually be rules with it, and it'll actually be a really cool box, not just this. I'm happy with this because I got this for free. I don't mind not having a fancy box because I got a fancy box for the base game. Now, if they had to offer give them a fancy box, I probably would have gone. I would have loved that, but not necessary. Now, you get a few extra tiles in here. It's funny the punch boards aren't punched well to separate the different boards. So, but you can. That's not a big deal. It's not even something I care about. But still, like that, you got the monsters. Oh yes, you got the monsters. You got the speed. You got the combat, whether it's ranged or not. You have the defense or dodge. Still can't think of what that one is. I think initiative maybe. And then you have, this is the total experience, the experience combined. On the cards it will have the two different, how much it's worth for if different people get it. This is if one person gets it. And we'll have the facing, so wherever the arrow points is where the monster is facing. And the big ones and the little ones are set up the same. You get more cards. You get more minis because you have more characters. That's 4 more characters. Now this has the heroes from this. It also has the alternate art for the heroes from base game. The alternate art for the heroes in the base game are not going to be in the expansion when you pick it up. The alt art cards, the only thing different is the alternate art, but the alternate art cards are Kickstarter exclusive for backing, so it doesn't really do much, but it just looks cool, so I'm happy with it. And like I said, they put it in the expansion just to save room. So those are all alternate art. These are the 4 from this. So that was the alt art for all the characters. So all characters had alternate art. Now here's some more upgrade cards. You have a new quest. You have the deck of many treasures. So some of the encounters are treasures. You can either take a treasure XP for the treasures, or you can delve deeper. Possibly get attacked by a mimic, possibly get hit by a trap, or possibly get a treasure that is a one-time use item that will help you later on. Like say once you get it in your deck, you shuffle up, you bring it out, you use it, and then you discard the card afterwards. Another boss. Deep tension of final enemy room. So there's rooms for this. Like this has a last level that you can go down to, and these are the things you can. These are the decks. This is the deck dealing with that. Now. They had an add-on where you can get miniatures painted. I don't paint miniatures, but painted miniatures look awesome. They make the game, they make it look awesome when you're playing the game. So I backed for the painted miniatures. This is all the second set of miniatures, all painted from the base and the expansion. That is all the miniatures painted. And I don't know how this it's going to catch it, but the paint job is so amazing. Like I say, you can get there's a metallic sheen to it. Like I say, when I seen they were doing it, the factory was doing the painting, I'm like, well, it's gonna look cool. It's not gonna be, the greatest. Probably not gonna be the greatest, but it's gonna still look cool. This is amazing. The sword looks like it's got some, debris and stuff, but it still shines a little bit. The metallic armor shimmers in the light a little bit. I don't know if you can see that well, but the detail in the face alone is amazing. Some of these are really, really awesome. All these are really, really awesome. Like I say, the painted miniatures make it pop. But like I said, I was not expecting anything this awesome. Definitely worth it for painted miniatures. So that's what you get for Dungeon Alliance. Well worth it in my opinion. I cannot wait to play. I'll have to wait a couple of days, but I'm really looking forward to giving this game a go. It's a deck building, dungeon crawling, miniatures, board game where you actually build the dungeon tile by tile. I can't wait. I'm excited to give this a shot. If you like what you see, please like, subscribe, and comment. We love getting comments. Other than that, this has been Cards Board. Thanks for watching. Have a good evening.